I was 4, I started just getting these really bad stomach aches, and we didn't know like what they were from or like why. So my parents decided to take me to the doctor, and they said I had something called EOE.
It's basically when some cells are responding to irritation in your body and they're causing scar tissue and all kinds of issues in your esophagus and your stomach.
I just remember kind of staring at my daughter a few times on the couch and thinking, you know, she is so full of life and wants to be out doing things, and this is not a good life for her to just be stuck on the couch having a tummy ache all the time.
One time, like, it was affecting my esophagus so bad that like my throat was like so swollen. I had to eat baby food for just like a couple of weeks. Like, that's all I could eat. They tried to put me on these like steroids that I would swallow to like try and help, but that did nothing. So then I had to go on this new diet, and that was awful.
So we're thinking, you know, okay, what do we do to fix it? But they were really serious with us that this was a lifelong diagnosis. They kept stressing, you cannot get rid of it. It's always gonna be with her. The best hope you have is to get her into remission. She'll have some pain, but not all the time.
We wound up going to the Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City, finding the same results through different scopes and knowing just how bad it was.
My last like school year in 6th grade, it started to get really, really bad. Like, I was missing like 1 or 2 days of school a week. I was so frustrated because I was missing all of this stuff at school, and like the speech contest, the spelling bee, like things like that. I never knew if I was actually going to get to like be in those things and participate in them because I just got sick so much and I never knew when it was going to hit.
We had a really rough school year. She was missing out on a lot of things that she was really excited about. And as a mom, that is just really hard to watch. The constant disappointment that your kid feels when they've prepared for something or they're excited about something and they don't get to go.
My last Christmas play at church, I had practiced and practiced and practiced, and then I got sick and I couldn't be in it, you know? My parents decided to take me to a doctor, and she wanted to run some more tests, do another scope.
We went back to the doctor, and she said at this point, Tessa's a candidate for this injection that she'll give herself once a week. For some kids it works great, for some kids it doesn't, but this is kind of our last-ditch effort. We don't really know what else to do.
After we did the test, it was a Wednesday night, I had stayed home from youth group because I was hurting, and I had plans with my friends, but I had to cancel. The doctor called my mom, and she sounded a little choked up, so my mom just stepped outside on the back patio, and she was listening to what she had to say.
She just sounded really flustered, and she's like, I don't know how to tell you this. And so I kind of stepped outside, just preparing myself. And she said, I cannot find one EOE cell in this biopsy. Even the pictures, it just visibly looks better. Everything really looks pretty good. And
she came back in and told us the doctor said that all my EOE cells were gone. There was just no trace of EOE anywhere.
She said, if I hadn't seen this with my own eyes, I don't know that I would believe it because I saw how bad it was. I've seen from the other hospital how bad it was, and there is nothing. And
she had never seen this in all of like the stuff she studied, like never seen this, and she studied it like, it's like been her lifelong like goal.
And she literally said, if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed how bad it was in the beginning. And to know that it's not there now, it's just a complete miracle.
It was really crazy, and then that's when my mom, she was kind of confused because she said there was no more EOE, and I was still just laying on the couch, like, sick.
Now I have 0 answers, and it's great that the EOE is not there, but my kid is home sick. And I kind of just went in to vent my frustration to God. And as I was doing that, I just had the thought, like, what if God is doing something in Tessa's body? I started to think in the Bible of all of the times where maybe healing didn't happen just in a moment, where Naaman had to dip in the river 7 times, where the blind man, you know, Jesus prayed for him twice before he was fully healed. There's the story of the 10 lepers who were healed as they went. And I told Chad, I said, maybe God is up to something, and we really need to pray for Tessa more than we have been praying for her. It was about this time that the women of the church went down to Branson, and at that conference, they played a song called I Speak Jesus, and there's a line in this, and it's just about the powerful name of Jesus, and it says, Jesus for my family. And I felt kind of convicted because as a pastor's wife, I pray for the people on the prayer list. I pray for the people that walk in the doors of our church that God will be real to them. But sometimes in all of that praying, my own family maybe doesn't get prayed for as much as they should. And I was like, I need to be speaking the name of Jesus over my daughter.
My mom decided it would be a good idea to have some people of the church come and lay hands on me and pray. Ever since then, I have been feeling so much better. Like, it's crazy. I've had so much more energy, and I haven't had like as many stomach aches as I used to. Like, it's been really crazy.
It had been 8 years that she had been sick, and in that 8 years, I had kind of just started to maybe accept that that was the situation we were in, and I was just reminded of the power in the name of Jesus.
I've had so much more energy to do things like I did summer weights at school. I've been playing football with my dad, and I've been eating things too that I was never able to eat before. Like, I've been eating pizza. I ate rolls at Texas Roadhouse, and those were really good. And I even got to eat ice cream, and I hadn't had ice cream in 7 years. 7 years. When I tell you I was missing out, I was missing out. It was so good.
The doctor asked me just to give her updates on Tessa's progress, and so I would type into the patient portal and just kind of say she's doing great, and she even decided to stop all of her medicine and she's eating whatever she wants. And the doctor kind of came back and she's just like, I have no medical explanation for this. I'm just happy that she's doing so well.
Many times we think that God is going to just come down and strike and boom, someone's going to be healed in that instant. And there are times when Jesus did that. There are times that God has done that for people. This is not one of those. This has been a gradual, slow healing. Can't really explain why, but we just know that she is better and that God has truly healed her. And we are so thankful for that and thankful that God is still God and He does still heal.
I'm here today to tell you that God still does miracles, and I'm living proof.
This was just really a reminder for me, even as a pastor's wife, of the power in the name of Jesus and to never give up and to never stop praying. And since that April when we started to see an improvement in her after being sick for so long, I just can't stop thanking God for what He's done for my daughter.